Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. So, in this video, we're gonna see a particular technique known as creeping, which we use to take down treasures whilst taking minimal damage with our explorers, especially in high-level competitive matches. So, in this game, what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I notice this treasure of 90 wood guarded by 2 tigers, I straight away move towards that, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I try to creep and take the treasure whilst taking minimal damage with the explorer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a shot at the tiger and I'm gonna move back. Now if you notice, the tigers just turn back from here. So this is basically an invisible area around the particular treasure that you're trying to get, and the treasure guardians cannot go beyond that particular area. So what we have to do, as if we want to creep perfectly, we have to make sure that we keep on taking shots from outside the area and we do not enter the area. So I take a shot and I make sure that I'm following that radius and I am outside the range of these tigers, so they're not actually coming out to attack me. This poor fellow does try to come out and get me again and again, but realizes that I'm just too far for him and he just goes back. And now this is an important bit. Now one tiger is left. I killed one tiger entirely by creeping. I have a crack shot still. I haven't used my crack shot, and the reason for that is to make sure that I am close to the treasure before I take the crack shot on the last tiger, to make sure that the opponent has less chance of actually stealing my treasure, which is pretty common in competitive matches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move forward, take a crack shot, and just take the treasure straight up. Now I'm not sure if you noticed at the top of the screen right here at the start of this video, it was like when I started shooting and when I started attempting to take the treasure, it was probably somewhere around 0 minutes 55 or something. So it takes quite a bit of time, and that's one of the downsides about this technique. It takes a lot of time to do it perfectly and to get the treasure out. So in that area, of course, since I'm French, I can use my native scout initially to scout the areas and continue scouting some of the map whilst I'm taking these treasures. But if you're not a European civilization which has this extra asset, such as French who have scout like myself, or if I remove the fog and move towards Dutch, right here they have Envoy, another scouting expert, I would say, or maybe even Spanish who have a war dog. So if you don't have these extra units that are meant for scouting, then it's really difficult for you to actually attempt and creep, because that just takes a lot of time. So it took like 37 seconds, 37 seconds for me to actually get it. But the good thing about it is that my health is full, so now I can compete for even more treasures. And in the map Siberia, there are a bunch of treasures that you can go and try to get. So let's continue. After I get this thing, if you notice, I have noticed this treasure right here, a 50 wood treasure guarded by 1 tiger, so I can try to creep it as well, which would be probably something that I would do. However, if you notice right now, the envoy right here, the green envoy, was able to see me, and he definitely knows. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to his vision and see what he sees. So right here is the envoy, and he sees the treasure guardian right here taking damage right there. So what he's doing is now he's gonna go and try to steal it from me, and that happens all the time in competitive matches. There are treasure guardians, there are explorers who try to steal, their opponent explorers who try to steal your work. And if you, I just noticed him right now, so now I'm not wasting time taking shots already. Rather, I'm walking back. That was a miss hit. That was sad. And I take one more shot and get that in straight up to make sure that I get the treasure. And I'll walk back because I know he might bring his envoy and trap me in here, and that's not. So now that you see this, you can now pretty much understand that how important was that health at this particular scenario. Had I wasted some of my health in the earlier treasure, and had I probably have had like even 300 hit points, I would have lost 200 more, and I would have almost lost the explorer there. And not exactly almost, I pretty much would have. And he definitely would have brought up his envoy to take me down. So that is the importance of having extra hit points. I could get that extra 50 wood, and that matters a lot as the game goes on, because that can help me get a research from the market of hunting dogs, and that will make a lot of difference in these villagers gathering food from the animals, the rate at which they gather food. So at the end of the day, every single bit of these little things help in making you the player that you are and improving your performance in competitive matches.